Welcome to Jay and Laura TV. We are Jay and Laura Laffoon, and we are here for your life, your marriage, and your family. And this last weekend was Memorial Day weekend, and here's real life in the Laffoon household. We'd just come off of our Mackinac Celebrate Your Marriage conference, and I didn't want to shave. So I decided I wasn't going to shave. And I went all week and then through Memorial Weekend. And Memorial Day, I said, well, I got to shave because we're getting back into the work week. And Laura goes, no, don't shave, don't shave. I'm like, why? She goes, you look good. I'm like, what? She goes, you look like that guy on the commercial.
He has inside jokes with people he doesn't even know. Mosquitoes refuse to bite him simply out of respect. He once taught a German shepherd to bark in Spanish.
I don't drink beer, but when I do drink, I prefer Diet Mountain Dew. Stay thirsty, my friends.
He's the most interesting man in the world. Yeah, it's coming up real soon.
So there's our real life. Every once in a while, you just got to do something silly. You just got to be silly every once in a while. Quit taking life so seriously. I'm talking to, I don't know who, but you know, some people, you just take life too seriously. So have some fun together. Well, the question of the week this week comes from a friend who asks, how do I better blend our blended families? Our kids don't seem to be blending as quickly as we would like them to. Well,
this is a real issue.
Huge issue. It is estimated that 30 to 40% of marriages in the church are blended families. And research shows us that in the year 2010, blended families surpassed traditional families in the number that are here in the United States.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Blended families are in the majority. Even in the church, they're a rising population. So how do we blend these families together? Well, research is indicating this, that it takes up to 7 years to fully integrate two families into feeling like they have blended into a unit that is cohesive and that can work. And quite honestly, we believe that because Laura's sister is in a blended family. They've been married 20 years now, but as we talked to them and kind of got some insights from them, they said it definitely took us at least 7 years to really make this feel like this was our family.
I think what happens is that sometimes we go into, just like we would go into a traditional marriage, we go into a blended family marriage with some unreal expectations. We think we love each other, our kids are going to love each other, this is going to be great, and it just doesn't happen that way. So remember, when you are blending those two families, take 7 years, give yourself some grace, that it's going to take a while, give the kids some time. Grace. And don't try and make that thing happen overnight.
They're not in love like you're in love, and they're not as mature as you, so they've got to have some time to process things. Well, marriage in the news.
I really like this. You know, I got this off the internet. Marriage in the news is that marriage is good for your health. Check this out. If your heart is urging you to take the marital leap of faith for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, it might just be right. Recent research suggests that marriage, I find this hard to believe, but here we go, that marriage lowers your blood pressure.
Not to me, it doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't lower mine, but research is showing, and it also protects the heart and promotes long life. Having a good marriage is even better for both body and soul. And here's what Dr. John Murray says. Marriage seems to increase longevity with regard to the quality of marriage, however defined. Then he says that the protective effect of marriage exists independent of the well-known tendency of healthier people to be more likely to marry. I do like this. A spouse deters. It's not deters. There's that word. I have a hard time speaking. I speak for a living.
She just redid her lips. They're all set now.
A spouse deters unhealthy behavior. And then it goes into all these pictures of, picture a nagging wife nagging her husband because he has some bad behavior, like maybe drinking or smoking or whatever. And that nagging wife, even though we don't want a wife to nag, it deters. I can't say that word. Deters. Unhealthy behavior, and therefore it's going to promote longevity. And the thing that the article said was whether you have a good marriage or maybe a bad marriage that's in crisis, it's still will increase the longevity of your life. I don't think a bad marriage though is going to help lower that blood pressure.
No, it won't lower the blood pressure. But ladies, you can look
won't.
this one up. The number 2 cause of death among men after heart disease. You just look up what kind of cancer that is, and there's some things we're not going to talk about in public, but that you can do to help ease that
So if we're not going to talk about
pressure.
why'd you bring it up?
Well,
See, there goes that blood pressure. See, it's a
prostate cancer,
Shot
okay?
my blood pressure.
It's prostate cancer. Do you want to know how ladies can help?
Here's the point. A healthy marriage will increase your good health, your blood pressure, your longevity, a good marriage. And even if you're in a marriage that you're saying, we're kind of in a rocky spot, you know what? Stick with it. Work through it. Your blood pressure will get lower, but it will also promote your health and health of your marriage.
Well, June is just around the corner. That means summertime, kids out of school, and we want to help you connect with your kids during the summertime, because in our minds we think, oh, perfect time to connect, but it just happens that they leave the house and we don't see them till the sun goes down. And some of you might be going, well, that's the good thing, isn't it? No, you need to
Some of us are going, I can't wait to get back into school, so we're in a routine and I see my kids again.
But you need to find ways to connect with your kids during the summer, because they are off playing with their friends, and that is healthy and that's good. They need to be outside, they need to be running, but you still need to have those times to connect. So we've got some suggestions, stuff that we've done. For example, if you look at the weather forecast and you know that, Thursday night we're due for some serious thunderstorms, go to Redbox, spend $1 and get a movie. It's $1.27. $1.27. Oh, but spend it. Get a movie for the whole family. Pop some popcorn and have a movie night. Another thing that we've done that's a lot of fun, and you can't do it very often, but it's fun, is that Sunday after church, instead of going out for dinner, go out for ice cream. Surprise the kids. Sunday lunch, today's ice cream, so get a big helping, get a big sundae, and they're just going to freak out, and they're going to go, my parents are the coolest parents in the world. Now, granted, you're not going to get a nap because they're going to be on a sugar high, but have fun.
Another thing we did just about 3 or 4 years ago, so our kids were like 10 and 17. Okay, this wasn't like, we went to Walmart. Actually, I think our son did. He bought a wiffle ball and a bat. Okay?
$3.
$3. And we had so many nights that summer of going out after dinner in the front yard playing wiffle ball, where it wasn't really like you ran 3 bases. It was you got to see how many strikes you got, how many hits. We made up a game with a $3 wiffle ball, and it was like every night, we got to go play wiffle ball. We got to go see how we do then. We got to go do this.
So you don't have to spend a lot of money. It's just about finding creative ways to connect. So our hope for you this summer is that you will find some of those creative ways to connect with your kids and your spouse. Well, we are Jay and Laura Laffoon here for your life, your marriage, and your family. Stay thirsty, my friend.